Gay. Words that every parent feared to hear. Not only feared by the receiver of this simple sentence, but by the deliverer. Because they know that it will hit mainstream. And once it does, their life will undoubtedly change in complex ways. Homosexuality is a struggle for so many in the world today, as expressed in these two poems by teens and parents. This poem by C.J. Curtis, I'm Gay, will show you just how much strength homosexual people possess when their lives are tormented, and how bold they may become through their experiences. I once loved one man. He took my only heart, and right there in front of me, he ripped it apart. I know he didn't mean to, and the fault is mine to blame, but the guilt and pain remains all the same. But now I understand why he ran away. Now I understand why he didn't stay. He was afraid to love and afraid to take a chance. He was afraid to make a mark on society's wall. He was afraid to leave and make another stance. He was afraid to take a leap as he could fall. He would have rather stayed inside that rotting jail, even though I paid bail. He made his mind and stayed with society, even though he had his chance to be free. So now, as I sit outside society's dream, I linger like a nightmare, making people scream. They say it's just a phase, that I'll get over it soon. They say it's like a disease, like the werewolf in the moon. But deep down in my heart, I know it isn't so. Because I have to be strong so I can show that, like the one man that threw me in a bin, that no matter how hard they try, we will never give in. Because what's the point in hurting us? So we can feel bad? So we can understand what it's like to be sad? Well, we already know just how it feels. Because it's so hard for us to reveal that we like the same sex, and really, who gives a damn? So who cares if I'm gay? I am proud to be, because in my world, I take it as a victory to make a choice and stand from the rest, be an individual and try my best. And kids at school may laugh and call me nasty names, but you know what? It's all just a game, because later on in life, they will suddenly see that the reason I was gay was because it was me. So go on and call out your names and raise your head so high, but remember who I am just before you die. Remember that I was strong and managed to pull through. And remember that if I can do it, then so can you. So I stand here today and say I'm proud to be gay. And if I had a choice, I'd have it no other way. Sometimes coming forth with oneself is not always as easy as it sounds. People may react in horrific ways to the truth being told. Like in this poem by Unknown, You Brought This on Yourself. Will show you a little just how much a father's love comes into play when his daughter's life is being tormented for simply being lesbian. They found her. They found her at the bottom of the stairs with blood on her face and tears on her cheeks, and 3 football players, anointed, appointed, and baptized by the Church of Latter-day Hate, pushed her down a flight of stairs because she was gay. The teachers in their glass closet counted their pay and looked and looked and looked the other way. And the old principal told my daughter, I can't be of any help. You brought this on yourself. So my daughter came home later that evening and slit her wrist with a dull knife, ran out into the middle of the street looking for oncoming headlights so she could thrust herself into darkness forever. I didn't know what to do. I'm a meek man. I'm a mild man. I have problems asking for extra cream in my coffee. But I was engaged, I was enraged, I was pegged by my conscience, and I told my daughter,
You pushed me in front of the next car because I would rather die than see you suffer. And she cried, and we hugged, and I told her I was by her side, on her side, and she did not have to commit suicide. And I became obsessed, an angel, a demon, as obnoxious as Tony Little selling his exercise equipment, or Matthew Lesko, his books on government grant. Because it's wrong for the weight of the world to be on the shoulders of a 15-year-old girl. I mean, she isn't Atlas. She can't shrug the world off her shoulders, but I can help her push the world off her shoulders, because I'm her father. I mean, sir, if she were your daughter, what would you do? And sir, if she were your daughter, what would you do? And Dick Cheney and Alan Case, if she were your daughter, what would you do? Well, we'd know what you'd do, and that'd be the wrong thing. So the next day, I walked into the principal's office, and I was armed with ideals of justice, goodness, and decency. And I had fire in my eyes, and they looked at me pleadingly. But the only thing I could tell them was this: I can't be of any help. You brought this on yourself.